They forced me to carry it. But they didn't just force me. They forced me to carry his cross. I was drafted into somebody else's pain that I didn't even know. This wasn't my cross to bear, but I had to anyway. Unfortunately, many of you are in the same place. You inherited crosses that you didn't ask for. And some of you inherited crosses that were dropped by your parents. We're having to carry systemic racism, getting pulled over just for driving in the wrong neighborhood. We're having to carry economic inequality, being born into poverty with no safety net. We're having to carry healthcare disparities. We're having to carry generational traumas, carrying the pain of slavery, segregation, and an absent parent. Some of you are having to carry being the only one in your family to get a degree. You're having to carry the emotional burdens of past church hurt, disappointment, and injustice. Have you ever had a moment where you had to carry what wasn't yours and it left you saying, I didn't ask for this. I didn't sign up for this. Maybe it's not a generational thing. Maybe it's a personal thing that's weighing you down. Maybe you're saying, I didn't ask for the silent burdens of mental health. I didn't ask for depression. I didn't ask for anxiety. I didn't ask for imposter syndrome. I didn't ask to be the first one in my family to finally get a house. Now everybody want to come over. I didn't ask for the pressure of representing an entire race on my job because all I deal with is white folk. I didn't ask for the grief of losing a loved one to violence, addiction, or illness. I didn't ask to have a child with special needs. I didn't ask to bury my child when they should have buried me. I didn't ask to be a single parent when I didn't lay down by myself. I didn't ask to live without a spouse that I had for years, and now I got to do it all by myself. It's heavy on me, and I'm carrying some stuff I never thought I would have to carry. Stuff I didn't ask or pray for. I didn't ask to have the no good Negro come in my inbox. And he left me high and dry when I gave him a chance when really he was under me. I didn't ask for a father who wasn't present. I didn't ask for a mama or a grandma who put trauma on me because they wouldn't deal with what they should have dealt with. I didn't ask for it, but here I am. I got to press anyway. I don't have a choice. My son, Alexander, and Rufus is watching me. I can't let them down. And I wonder if that's somebody's testimony in the room that I don't have a choice. I got to pray anyway. I got to fast anyway. I got to keep going because folk are counting on me. I don't got family money. I don't have what everybody else has. I got to do it myself. I got to carry it. And sometimes God will ask you to carry someone else's burdens because you're called to it. So they put it on my back. I had to carry what wasn't mine, and as I walked behind him, I tried not to look. But curiosity overcame me as I saw tears coming down his face. I saw the blood coming down his eyes, and I started to think, who is this man? He looked broken, but he wasn't defeated. He stumbled, but he never cussed. He bled, but he bore it like he knew it had to happen. I don't even know his name. I didn't know what he did. All I knew is they pulled me from the crowd and put this blood-stained cross on my back. I didn't ask to get caught up in a political execution. I didn't ask to have his burdens become mine. But then something in me shifted as I saw him crawl to the cross. I watched him and I saw in his eyes that he didn't want me to do this, but he needed me to. So I started thinking, this just isn't some type of criminal. There was purpose in his pain. And as I walked behind him, the cross was dangling on my shoulders, and I heard people shouting Jesus. And then something in me, something I started to replay in my mind, could that be Jesus who walked on water? Could it be Jesus that raised his best friend from the dead? Could it be Jesus that caused a blind man to see? Could it be that Jesus? And every step he took, I started to realize it was Jesus. And something in me gave me the strength to keep on going because it's something about the name Jesus. Yeah, it's something about that name that will make people that sad start laughing. It's something about the name Jesus. So when I realized who it was, I got happy. But then I wondered, why me? Out of all the folk with me, all the men, why me? I didn't ask for this, but watch this. He asked for me. He saw something in me to think that I could endure what I'm going through. And I started to realize he wouldn't have put it on me if I couldn't handle it. And I want to tell somebody in here today, you've been fighting. And you're saying, Rev, it's too much to bear. I want to tell you, God wouldn't put it on you if you couldn't handle it. The reason why he put it on you is because he believes in you. The reason why you got to endure is because he saw something in you that you didn't even see in yourself. And the thing I noticed as I look back is because I was carrying something heavy that wasn't meant for me to carry, that, watch this, it forced me to get closer to God than anybody else. I struggled because as I look back over my life, I carried the cross, but as I look back, why didn't he choose one of the disciples? Why did he choose one of his faithful people that followed him from place to place? Where was the blind man? Where was the woman with the issue of blood? Where was all these other folk? Why me? But I knew it. He needed me to carry it because he wanted to get close to me. And I came to tell somebody in the room today, the reason why you're carrying the cross is because he wants to get close to you. It's because when he told us in Luke 14, whoever does not carry his cross and follow me cannot be my disciple. In order for me to truly see that you believe and say who you say you are, I need you to carry a cross. I need to see will you get close to me. I was able to see his human side. I was able to see his pain and his agony. And as he's walking, he's mumbling something. As he's walking to the cross, his head is down, but he still got strength. And he showed me if he could carry it, I could carry it. Looking back now, I realized it wasn't just a man. He was looking at me while he wanted to say thank you in his eyes, but he held a reverence for me. And I realized I had a hand in his victory. I realized that every cross that you bear is a hand in God's victory. That every lonely night is a hand in God's victory. Every time you look in the mirror, you're insecure, but you still wake up and hold your head up. That's a victory. I realize I'm just helping Jesus carry the wood. But Jesus was carrying more than the wood. He was carrying me. I struggled because I look back now, I was fussing, I was whining, I was mad to have to carry it. But as I'm carrying it, I notice he's carrying me. We get to Golgotha. And I begin to realize that I had to carry this weight because it wasn't a burden, it was a blessing. And I began to think about how he didn't ask for it either. I was whining, I was crying, but he said nothing. He didn't ask for unfaithful people that showed the church 1 out of 4 Sundays. He didn't ask for wishy-washy Christians. He didn't ask for folk posting like they love him on Facebook but won't even pray to him in the private time. He didn't ask for folk begging him for a blessing, for money, but won't even give something back to him. He didn't ask to be betrayed. He didn't ask to be beaten. He didn't ask to be nailed to a wooden cross. He didn't ask for the shame. He didn't ask for folk to laugh over who would get his clothes and who wouldn't. He didn't ask for folk to spit on him as he walking up the hill. And because he didn't ask for it, he loved me enough to take it.